Hi, this is the first of a series of videos which will talk about UN's Millennium Development Goals. Today we're gonna talk about goal number 1, eradicating poverty. So let's begin.
First of all, let's remember the 7 main ideas of UN's Millennium Development Goals. These are: first, to eradicate extreme poverty and hunger; secondly, achieve universal primary education; also, promote gender equality and empower women; additionally, reduce child mortality; then, improve maternal health; moreover, combat HIV/AIDS, malaria, and other diseases; next, ensure environmental sustainability; and lastly, a global partnership for development. In this presentation, I'll explain poverty's aspects, which are economic, social, political, and cultural. Additionally, we'll see at the end some proposed solutions for this global problem. To begin with, we have to know what poverty stands for. Usually, it is defined as the state of one who lacks a usual or socially acceptable amount of money or material possessions. But there are many aspects to poverty. First of all, we'll see and understand the economic aspect. Here we find the relative poverty or relative deprivation. This is confirmed by the income, basic needs, and capability perspectives. The income perspective measures if an individual is below her or his country's poverty line. This is defined by whether or not the person has a sufficient income to purchase a specified amount of food.
Then, the basic needs perspective includes the latter requirements and adds the community's ability to supply basic services such as potable water, cleanup services, and heating, among others, to prevent the individual from falling into poverty. Lastly, the capability or empowerment perspective states that poverty also develops from the lack of the basic capability to function economically, as referring to the ability to get and maintain a decent job. Additionally, we have to consider the social aspect. The main two perspectives are whether or not the community provides a healthcare and education system. This doesn't limit to the system's existence, but its efficiency and availability to all members of the community. If we want to see it from a utopic scenario, this would mean to have at least one hospital bed per each inhabitant and making public or private education obligatory until finishing at least high school. Moreover, the political aspect manages the human rights enforcement, mostly the freedom of thought, expression, and association. Although some may think this has nothing to do with poverty, it does. Social economic stratification also stratifies human rights in most situations. As many people in the high social strata enjoy their liberties, many people in poverty can't fully enjoy their deserved human rights as they are commonly victims of bias and are ostracized by people with a higher income level in many situations. At last, the cultural aspect seeks to protect the cultural identity of those fallen into poverty, as well as his or her free active involvement in a community's cultural life. For example, let's think of a homeless or jobless person who wants to respectfully participate at a national celebration. However, is denied the entrance into the city hall because he or she is suffering from poverty. Even if they have this problem, society shouldn't exclude them, but try to help them overcome poverty. So now that we know poverty's aspects, let's see some proposed solutions. For the economic aspect, I propose new respectable job opportunities to be created and enforcing the right to receive an adequate salary. The social solution would be giving a good quality public education and healthcare systems for all people in all countries. Let's remember, one child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. For political solutions, human rights enforcement policies and civil awareness are basic. Sitting Bull said that we should put our minds together and see what we can make for our children. We should teach every child how to help others so they can grow into the youth and adults that won't have to live with poverty or its discriminative effects any longer. For the cultural solution, civil education in cultural respect and tolerance is necessary. Let's recall that one of the highest results of education is tolerance.
So if you want to learn more about poverty and ways to eradicate it, go to these links. I use them to do research about poverty and I think they are really awesome. So I encourage you to visit them. For you to be able to access them, I have attached them at the notes area below.
So that has been all for this week's video. I hope you like it and I would love to see your comments below. I would also like you to join me for next week's video talking about goal number 2, which is eradicating hunger. So see you later, alligators.